All right, we are live. Hey, all. I got so many goodies for you guys today. Yes, I do. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so let's watch live so I can see all your comments. All right, let's get started. Okay. Perfect. I hope all of you are doing well today. So glad to be here. My name is Khadija. I am the HennaSooq's founder, creative director, your henna for hair and natural hair care expert, and I'm a professional henna artist. And I have been doing this since a little bit longer. Actually, 2005 is when the brand officially started. We started a little bit before that though, and I've been just doing hair for so long, so it's beyond 2005. But I'm really glad to be here. I love teaching these weekly classes. You'll find us here every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. So welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let's just jump right into it. Let's get to the good stuff. Okay, perfect. So I got my list and I'm ready to start. So before you start, the first tip I have is going to be, we're actually going to tackle the henna for hair first. We're going to do those 5 tips first about hair care. And to start, before you do your hair, you actually want to make sure that you dampen your hair strands. Get a spray bottle, fill with some water, and then just spray. Just spray your hair strands. Spray them, spray them, spray them. That's going to help add moisture to your hair and also give it a little bit of slip. Putting on these treatments on damp hair helps to go on so much easier. So definitely do that. All right, tip number 2. What about moisture? More moisture, because some of these treatments can be drying, and a lot of people, if they have any complaints about these treatments, it'll probably be the dryness. And I've been talking about this for a while, but you'll definitely need the aloe vera powder. And the aloe vera powder works so much better than the oils, than the juices and the gels, because this is a pure whole leaf. It's freeze dried, it's concentrated, you're gonna get the most out of it, and plus you only need a small amount. For example, if you're using a whole package here, like this red raj, 100 grams, and this applies to any of the herbs that you decide to use, but generally if you are using 100 grams for your hair, then you only need a teaspoon. So such a small amount, and it goes such a long way. And you can add the aloe vera powder to all the Ayurvedic herbs, even indigo. So it's really good, and it makes it really creamy and smooth, so it gives it a really nice texture. All right, tip number 3. What about maintaining your curls? Henna and cassia especially are known for loosening the hair strands and reducing, the amount of the tightness, and not the amount of your curls necessarily, but like the loosening of your curls and your strands. And some people don't like that. So how do you fix that? Well, all you need is actually amla powder. It's a quick fix and it works. So add amla powder to your hair recipe. All you need again is a small amount, a couple of tablespoons for a whole package of. If you're using 100 grams in general, you only need maybe 2 to 3, maybe 4 tablespoons. But this is key to helping you to maintain those curls. And if your hair is not curly, that's okay. You're going to get volume from this. And you can add it to your recipe, or you can even use it on its own. All you have to do is I recommend you add some conditioner to give it a little slip, because it's a nut powder, so you want to give it some texture. For it to be easier to apply, maybe a little bit of water, but apply that onto your hair as its own treatment, and the volume and the curls maintained is amazing. It's perfect. So you will be able to continue to use henna and cassia without loosening and changing your curl pattern. And the bonus with using amla powder is that it promotes hair growth. So that's super cool. All right, so what do we have? Else do we have? We have our final, I believe it's our final tip already. Are we already at it? No, we're not. We have 2 more tips left. Tip number 4. Okay, this one's important, guys. There are some clients who have been trying to get their hair like black, and they have even grays that are really, really stubborn. And when you want black tones, sometimes you can't just do a henna step alone as the first step. You know, when you do henna first and then you follow with the indigo, sometimes that doesn't actually always work. If your hair is resistant to color, you have stubborn grays, you have to up that. You have to create a brown recipe to start. So start with henna and indigo as your first step, and then you follow up with the indigo. So for example, if you need 100 grams for your hair length, it's about shoulder length, then the red raj, you'd use half a package, which is 50 grams, and then 50 grams of the indigo for hair. So 50 grams of each to make 100 grams, enough for shoulder length hair. And if you need to make adjustments, no, it's 50% of each, basically, based on how much you actually need. If you're not really sure how much you'll need for your hair length and thickness, go to our website, HennaSooq.com. We have a whole do-it-yourself henna library that like breaks it down like nobody's business. It breaks it down so good. So you create that brown recipe to start. And do note, when you're mixing these, please do not mix the powders together. Some clients make that mistake, is that they put the powders together and then they start to try to get the dye release, but each needs its own time, like a specific time for their dye release. This is 3 to 4 hours for the henna, and then this is only 20 to 30 minutes. So like paints in a way, you trigger them, you know, like is required according to the directions. Once both pastes are ready, then you can combine it in a bowl together and then use it. So that's key. Oh yeah, you're welcome, Kat Johnson. Hey, it's so glad to see you in the room. That's awesome. I'm so happy. Also, a side note, I just want to let you know real quick before I forget, I will have a schedule coming out. We are going to have an official schedule so you know all the classes that we're going to be doing. So stay tuned for that. We just get, the holiday time is going to be a little tight, so we might be able to do it now, or we might have to wait till January, but definitely the classes will continue. All right, so once you do that brown recipe, and I'm sorry I got sidetracked, sorry guys, you follow up with indigo for hair after you've washed out that brown recipe, and then that black tone, ooh, popping, it's gonna be so nice. And you have stubborn grays, say bye-bye grays, because you just figured out the way to really get a true black tone and get it to work really well. Because that darker base helps a lot, you know, having indigo in that with the henna in the first step is really good. Really key. All right, so the last tip that I have for you is tip number 5 for your hair. When you're doing any of these treatments for your hair and you want moisture and you want something that will help get out the treatment really easy without like pulling out the color, you have to definitely use our brand new co-wash system. So this is our co-wash system, so definitely use our co-wash system. It will get out all your Ayurvedic and henna hair treatments really easy and add moisture back, making it easy to detangle and style, and just a key step to success with these raw natural ingredients. So definitely do that. I love this new co-wash system. We have 3 different scents and they smell so good. I love them. I'm really excited about them because they're brand new. All right, so these are our henna for hair tips. If you have any questions, comment below. Okay, are you guys ready for the henna body art tips? I'm ready. All right, so henna body art. Make sure you're always using really good quality henna powder. It's really key to success with your henna paste for hair and body art, to be quite honest. But body art, you really want to have a fluid, you know, paste that goes on and does very fine designs. You need, you know, it to be exactly like almost perfect. So you need to have a really good henna powder. So what happens if you mix your henna powder and then it's a little bit runny? What do? You definitely don't throw it out. Don't throw it out. What you can do is just add a little bit more powder. Add a little bit more powder to that wet paste and then it'll thicken it right up. See? Easy fix. All right, henna body art tip number 2, sugar. And I love fructose. I really love fructose. I've been using it for years. I've always loved it. So fructose sugar is one of my favorites, and it should be added to a henna body art recipe because sometimes a henna body art recipe can crack and like flake off too early. If you've ever noticed that, you're missing sugar. That's the problem. You gotta have sugar in there. And the amount of sugar really does depend on where you live. So if you're in a dry climate, you might need more sugar because there's no moisture in the air. But humid areas definitely need a bit less. Sorry, humid areas not as much sugar as someone in a dry area. because if you add too much sugar in a humid area, or if that will just make your paste runny. So again, you're gonna have to add more henna powder to your runny paste to rescue it. But definitely add sugar to your recipe. It's really key to having a good body art recipe. All right. Oh, that's a great question, Kat. What is a perfect consistency? So for hair, I would probably say it's about like kind of between thick yogurt and pancake batter. That's a good consistency for hair. For body art, it does vary a little bit between the artists. Some artists say that I mix my paste a little thick. So if you don't really like a thick paste like how I mix it, then you definitely can add more liquid. It really depends on what you like at the end of the day. So definitely you have to play around with it, but generally speaking, it's about the thickness of like toothpaste for the body art recipe. So that's what I would suggest. All right, so tip number 3. I will talk about the essential oils. Oh my goodness, you need essential oils in your hair body art recipe. Not only does it make the color pop, it also smells amazing. Really like ups the experience of henna. When your henna smells really nice, people just get in a whole vibe. So definitely add essential oils, but you do need it for the color to pop really nicely. So Red Raj Bliss Blend is my absolute favorite essential oil. I created that blend myself. I just love it. It smells so good. And then another favorite that clients like is the Cajaput. That one does really well to pop out the color. It's a good choice. And this is a must-have, lavender. You should have lavender essential oil on hand. It's like a must. Have the essential oils for lavender for sure. The lavender essential oil is great for elderly, children, pregnant women, because it's known to be gentle and safe to be used. Because certain essential oils, don't all work for everyone. You have to just be careful. Some people have different sensitivities, so just make sure that when you're using essential oils that a person's situation or for yourself, just make sure that about your sensitivities or allergies. Yeah. Oh, Kat, that's a good question. Which essential oil has the highest amount of terps? Oh, to be honest, I really don't know, and I don't even know if I even notice a difference, because I've used all these different essential oils, and I feel it's the henna powder that's key. Like, I've never noticed a huge difference between essential oils. Like, honestly, I haven't. What affects the color the most is the type of henna powder you're using. That's going to be key, and the person's skin chemistry. Usually those are the major factors that I personally notice in my years of experience that will affect the color. Of course, aftercare. How good a person takes care of it is really key too. But some people, they just don't stain well regardless of the mix you use. But these are ultimately the best, really. I mean, these I use on a regular. Hands down, these work really well. So I would trust in these as my personal first top 3 choices. And all right. So tip number 4 for body art. Oh, you like Red Raj, Kat? Oh, thank you. I love it too. I love Red Raj. Oh my gosh. So you want to get a smooth and creamy henna paste recipe. So you need a wide mouth cup, and in that cup you're going to get a carrot bag. Oh, it's stuck. Carrot bag, which is also an icing bag basically. And then you put that into your cup like such, right there, just like that. And then you're gonna take your stocking. Your stocking has to be a super cheap stocking, guys. No toe support, just a cheap old stocking. Put that in the cup, like such. Pull it over the edge like that. Press it down a little bit. That's exactly how I prep my strain. This is what I strain. I don't strain powders, I strain paste. This is less messy. Definitely less messy than shaking up powder and getting it into the air. No, I don't do that. I never have actually. No, it's not. That's a lie. I did it once, and then that was enough to convince me to not do that ever again. So this is the way I strain. You pour the paste inside, and then you take that out, and you take that out as such. Use our imaginations. There's paste in here, right? So pull it all out. And all the little debris will be at the end of the stocking. Typically, if there was any little bits, and you know, you never know, there's little bits of fibers and you know, little sticks, so that gets everything out, and then boom, all your henna paste will be in this, and then you just, you know, cut it and you fill all your cones. So that's perfect. Love that. That is always how I make my henna paste. I always use that way to strain it. Oh, you too, Kat? Once was enough. Oh, you really liked it? Oh, Kat, I'm so glad you like Red Ranch Bliss Blend. Yeah, I really love it. Like, I was using it personally. Like, I was just, you know, I'm just playing around. I have us all, we have so many essential oils. I was just playing around and trying different combinations. And I was like, oh my gosh, this smells so good. It's really, really, really good. I love it. And my clients adore it. Like, love, oh, it smells so good. So, my last and final henna body art tip. These are my henna cones, my triangles, and when I have my triangles and I roll them into a cone, see, I roll it into a cone. I usually use a table, but for video purposes, we're going to do this. Wow, yeah, roll it in the air. Rolling cones, oh my gosh, guys, rolling cones, it was a disaster for me at first. It was such a disaster. It took me a good year probably to roll cones properly, but I didn't want to use bottles. Bottles hurt my hands, so I use cones. So this is how you roll. Actually, I just did a mid-air hand rolling. There you go. So once I've had my cones rolled and ready, and I've taped them closed, we actually have a video on YouTube about rolling cones. I'm probably going to make more updated ones because they're a little old, but just for the quality of the camera, that's key. So that's why I wanted to make new videos, a few new ones, a few basic startups, so for beginners. But anyhow, so yeah, once I've had my cones rolled and I filled it with paste, it's time to close it up. So I don't use tape. So I don't fold it down and tape it. I pinch it and I use elastics. So let me show you my elastics. So these are my elastics, and I use very good quality elastics. Please don't buy cheap elastics. They will snap in your hands and it hurts. It does not feel good to have elastics breaking on your fingers. Definitely not. And make sure when you're using elastics, when you're tying the cone, where I just showed you where to tie it closed, make sure it goes on really, really tight, like as far as you can go. Like really, the tighter the cone, the better the flow. That's key. The tighter the cone, the better the flow. You got to keep those cones tight. So once you put that on, then you can use your henna cone. And what I really love also about using elastics is as you use the elastic, it gets kind of loose, right? Like you're losing that pressure. So like getting the last bit out of a toothpaste tube, you will roll it down, but I don't have to roll it. I just pull the elastic all the way, like the cones, like this. I would be pulling the elastic down towards the tip of the cone to get it tighter, because the tighter it is, I mean, again, like I said, the better the flow. You want it to flow and come out really easily. So that's key. You definitely need to get that flow, and then you get every last bit out. You can really get to like the last little tip of it and keep using it as such. Oh, show off what? I need to it's wonderful. Yeah, Kat. Does HennaSooq carry elastics? Oh, we don't carry elastics. Where we do we do have elastics in our henna body art kits that we do carry. But if you're if you're already been doing henna, you may not need a kit. But these are great kits. They come with everything that you need in it. And if you're looking just to get elastics, honestly, you can go to Amazon. I won't be mad. Go to Amazon and you can get elastics. You know what you can shop for? Get the goodie elastics. The goodie elastics are the ones that are really good quality. Like the quality is just really, really good. You don't, cheap ones snap. Don't get it from the dollar store. Please don't go to the dollar store and get elastics. They are not worth it. Unless you find goodie ones, get the goodie elastics. And goodie is Goody. Yeah. Oh. All right. So if you have any questions whatsoever, comment below. We have a new henna artist certification program if you're interested. You want to get into the classes and get certified. by our program, you could definitely do so. Or if you just want to take certain classes, you know, we have that. It's officially launching January 2019, but you can get on the list. If you go to HennaSooq.com, you can get on the list and get started, and then we'll let you know the updates and stuff like that. And if you're on the list, of course, you're going to get the inside scoop. You're going to be able to get down to like get the first dibs on all the classes, and of course we're gonna have a discounted price, and we're gonna have free ones for those who signed up for our mailing list. The mailing list specifically though, you have to click colorist for henna for hair colorist if you're interested in hair, and then the henna artistry program and certification is you click there, and then you get on that specific list, not just the marketing newsletter. You just get on that list, and that's where we're going to email you through. It's not a marketing campaign. It's basically just about the certification program, so it's very specific. You're signing up for something very specific that you're interested in. So yeah, I'm really excited about it because a lot of students ask us about the certification. You know, we offer classes, but we want to give you something back. You know, we want to give you something to say that you've done this class with us. I mean, you pay, you know, we believe in the value of people that you pay, you know, money, and you want to have something, you know, that to show that you've taken a class. So that's why we started a certification program, because when you take classes, you know, with me, it's always usually I'm the teacher of all the classes. I want you to have something, you know, tangible and support. You know, we list you on the website and whatnot. So that's also new. We're going to be listing you on the website as a provider, specializing in henna body art and whatnot. So I hope that you know, you'll stay tuned. We have classes again every week here, 12 p.m. Eastern Time Zone, YouTube Live. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate all of you. I hope you have great holidays and spend time with family and friends, and just get a time to have a break. Go do some self-care, do some self-love. Do you, you know, just do you. Take care of yourself, and just be happy, and you know that beyond a brand, we are here to support you and who you are and everything you do. So don't ever feel shy to reach out. We have an open door, always an open door. So anyhow, love you guys. I hope to see you, that you'll tune in next week. Take care. Bye. Bye. Take care.